You know what the world says about us now? They said we don't have free and fair elections, and you know what else? We don't have a free and fair press.
It's probably because you've been saying that dumb shit, okay? So Jimmy Carter, he said that the best elections in the entire world, out of the entire world, you know where the best elections were? Is in Venezuela. In Venezuela. You know all the shit that we've been doing to Venezuela? Let me tell you all the shit that we've been doing to Venezuela. We went ahead and sabotaged their electric grid. We went ahead and did some sonar, some kind of technology, shut down their electricity. We sent them a Trojan horse of food. Oh, yeah, we're going to give them food aid because we care so much about, you know, food stamps. Mr. Cut all the food stamps is giving food to Venezuela. I'm sure that's the point. And there was a bunch of guns in there, so, you know, big shocker there is a Trojan horse. We didn't give shit about the damn food and the people starving. What we wanted was to give the guns to the people that was going to overthrow Maduro because he's, you know, a socialist. So, don't, watch out, Bernie Sanders. And also because he's sitting on a shit ton of oil. Number one world reserve is Venezuela. Venezuela has the most oil out of everybody. So, big shocker, Obama overthrows Libya. They got, you know, number 10 out of the whole world. Iraq, that was about oil, 1 million killed.
Our media is not free. It's not fair. It suppresses thought. It suppresses speech. And it's become the enemy of the people.
Dang, the media is the enemy of the people, then we should probably destroy all of their property and their cameras and whatnot. So Venezuela, they went ahead and, you know, they're socialists and they're sitting on that oil. So the Bank of America went ahead and took all their gold, like billions of dollars worth of gold. So we're stealing their gold. We went ahead and 3 oil refineries on the Gulf of Mexico we went ahead and took. So we're taking their oil refineries, we're stealing their gold, billions of dollars worth of gold, stealing their property, right? I thought capitalists are supposed to respect property, but apparently if you're a socialist nation, I guess they're actually starting a digital currency, which is genius. They're going to, you know, be ahead of the curve. In spite of all this, in spite of the Trojan horse destroying their electricity, stealing their gold, stealing their oil refineries, putting sanctions on them, which kills an estimated 50,000 Venezuelans per year. So for at least the last 2 years, that's 100,000 Venezuelans been killed by the sanctions. And then in spite of all this sabotage, essentially playing a bunch of dumbass war games without outright declaring war, I don't know, I think we would probably, if they destroyed our electric grid, if they stole our gold and was, you know, doing all this crazy shit, I feel like that if they sent a Trojan horse, they sent guns into the United States for people to, you know, for the MAGA Trump supporters to overthrow the democratically elected government. That's, you know, that would be terrible. That would be awful. And so, yeah, in spite of all that, they got digital currency. They're still, you know, functioning. They just had their elections. Jimmy Carter said they got the best elections in the world. So why are we trying to coup d'etat a sovereign nation who's got the best elections in the world just because they're socialists, just because they got oil? I'm sure they're evil, right? They're going to attack us or something? No, they're not going to attack us. What's the reason?
It's become the enemy of the people. It's the biggest problem we have in this country. We will not be intimidated into accepting the hoaxes and the lies that we've been forced to believe. Over the past several weeks,
So I just got this incredible list of, you know, all the places that America has coup d'etat. So Chile, 1973, Salvador Allende, he was a socialist, a democratically elected socialist. They had a different economic system than we did, so we had to, you know, murder their president. So that was, you know, awful. The Eisenhower blockade, Guatemala, 1954, land reform. They wanted land reform. They wanted to get rid of Chiquita Banana because, you know, they were a monolith corporate conglomerate that was taking over everything. United Fruit is what they were previously called. Greece, Italy, 1947, 48, 49, Mexico, Texas, California, hell, Arkansas, Florida, right, New York. None of this land was ours to begin with.
We've amassed overwhelming evidence about a fake election. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. We're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you.
Don't worry, everybody, MAGA Trump supporters. Donald will be right there next to you when, you know, you're going marching. Where did he go? He wasn't there. I guess he went and hid in the basement or something, I don't know. Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Guam, Virgin Islands, Panama, Philippines, Samoa, Laos, Brazil. We coup d'etat the Dominican Republic 2 times, once 1910, another time 1961. Congo, Indonesia, coup d'etat both of them. We just coup d'etat on everybody. And it's not just the Republicans, the Democrats are, you know, Pelosi was doing a standing ovation with Juan Guaido and the Venezuelan coup. In 2011, you had Barack Obama who invaded Libya, had no exit strategy, just a bunch of chaos. For what? Because of the socialism there? Because Libya is sitting on a bunch of oil? What about Honduras, 2009? Barack Obama helped, you know, do a coup d'etat right there. So what the hell's going on? You know, they're all perpetuating the empire, the Iraq war, and the occupation is still going on. You got the 20-something shadow wars in Africa, and then the 7 overt wars that were, you know, I guess Afghanistan, right, and Syria, and Iran, and Iraq, and...
And I'm going to be watching, because history is going to be made. We're going to see whether or not we have great and courageous leaders, or whether or not we have leaders that should be ashamed of themselves. And you know what? If they do the wrong thing, we should never, ever forget that they did. Never.
Right, so never forget that America did the wrong thing when they tried to topple the democratically elected government of Palestine in 2006, 2007. That was George W. Bush. He pushed for the elections. Hamas got elected. Then he tries to topple the government. You know, that's in addition to the 1 million killed in Iraq. Was JFK coup d'etat? We don't know. Donald said he was going to release all those files, tell us about UFOs, but he didn't tell us shit. Only give us 50% of the JFK redacted. We waited 50, 60, 70 years? 63? My God, it's been 60 years. We had to wait 60 years, you know, then they were going to go ahead and tell us because whatever, you might sue the government or some shit, and we still have to wait. And they haven't told us when we're going to, so 1983, Grenada, we coup d'etat them. Nicaragua, 1981 to 1990. Chad, what are we doing in Chad? What? Chad? In Africa, 1981. Yugoslavia, Indonesia, 97 to 98. Zaire was 1996. It's Bill Clinton. It's a bipartisan consensus. Democrats, Republicans, they just love the empire. They love imperialism. Panama, 89 to 94. Iraq, 92 to 96. Haiti in 91. Haiti in 94 and 95. Haiti in 1986. Haiti in Woodrow Wilson's era. There was a 10-year occupation. Panama, Burkina Faso, 1987. Burkina Faso? What did we do in Burkina Faso? Well, let's take a look in Wikipedia. 1987, Burkina Faso coup d'etat was a bloody military coup in Burkina Faso. Took place October 15th, 1987. Organized by Captain Blaise Compaoré against incumbent far-left president. Again, with the liberals and the leftists and the socialists. These right-wing capitalist imperialists. If capitalism is such a great system, why doesn't it stand on its own? Imperialism has to attack socialist nations just to, you know, blind them and say, see, they can't do... You know, the problem with Venezuela is they got, you know, the empire keeps fucking with their internal affairs of their own nation. So, yeah, we're a part of the 1987, you know, Burkina Faso, you know, helping this piece of crap, you know, overthrow the... Okay, so, Jesus Christ.
Never forget. We should never, ever forget. The Republicans have to get tougher. You're not going to have a Republican Party if you don't get tougher. They want to play so straight. They want to play so serious. The United States. The Constitution doesn't allow me to send them back to the States. Well, I say, yes, it does. And we got to get rid of the weak Congress people, the ones that aren't any good. That's going to be the end of the Republican Party as we know it, but it's never going to be the end of us. Never. Let them get out. Let the weak ones get out. This is a time for strength. The radical left knows exactly what they're doing. They're ruthless, and it's time that somebody did something about it.
It's time somebody did something about it. Come on, you MAGA psycho supporters, just go up to the Capitol. It's time we get these damn congressmen that's stealing the election. We got to do something. March up to the Capitol. We're mad. We need strength. The Congress people are taking our election. Yeah, he didn't incite nothing, I'm sure. Bull.